Like, share, and subscribe to my channel as I continue to provide you with trusted information for you to use to make decisions. Today, I want to deal with everything is imaginary and that nothing is real, really. Now, you may want to attack me on this one, and you may want to say nonsense. You're getting ahead of yourself, but I'm going to let you walk with me through what is going on. I know a number of persons don't believe in the Bible, but I want to take a concept from the Bible, an event from the Bible, to display and to concretize my position on the matter. Based on Genesis, the Bible said that God said, let there be, let there be, let there be, and there was. So nothing was real at the time. And all the things were real was in God's mind. It is God's mind that had everything real, even though they did not exist. So he spoke them into being and they materialized. Whether you accept it or not, we're just looking at spoken words. I know everything is in the mind. Nothing is really real. No, the Bible said, let us make man. Man was not real. Man did not exist. Man was only a concept or an idea or a thought in God's mind. And he said, let there is not actually what? Work on man. And then man became a what? Alive. Man did not exist. Man was not real. Now, everything that exists on this planet is not real, except created through man's thoughts, man's mind. It is man's eye in the mind that makes things real. But things are not real. They are just thoughts, perspective, ideas in the mind. Nothing is real. The mind is what sees everything and materializes things to be real. Let me repeat that. Nothing is real. It is the mind's eyes that sees, conceptualize things, and materialize them to be real. So everything is imaginary. So when you want not to make money, think that you don't have money and it materializes. You're going to be poor. Think that you're going to be wealthy. Put it in practice and see what happens. Everything is imaginary. If you think, so you are, because imagination makes things real. Nothing is real. Everything is imaginary. So everything and anything you imagine materializes. So be careful what you imagine. Be careful what you hope for. Be careful of what the mind sees and the mouth echo or speaks. Because by the mouth echoing it, it becomes real. If you think that you're a crow, you're going to be a crow. And if you speak it, it will happen. And if you speak it, it shall happen. Because everything is imaginary. It is a mind's eye that makes imagination real. Now, having forward that thought to you, I'm saying to you, what is therefore real if it does not or is not in the imagination? If it isn't in your imagination or someone else's imagination or the consensus imagination, it will never materialize. So therefore, it's imaginary. So I want you to watch this video that's on my screen to prove my point. Everything is in your mind. It's not real. It is your imagination that makes things real. Everything is an image in the mind. Nothing is real until that mind sees it and begins to what? work on it, or speak it into what? Into being. The concept of the Bible is missed by a number of persons, you know. The real concept in the Bible is saying that if you speak some things, it will come into being, because nothing is real. It is the imagination that makes things real. And if you can imagine it, it will be real if you either speak it into being or act it into being. That's quite a lot. It's quite a lot, right? So I want to take you to a slide that's on your screen to articulate my position and to concretize my ideas and to concrete my ideas that nothing is real. Everything is imaginary. Everything is in your mind. It is when your mind begins to either speak it through your mouth or do it through your hands that things become physical. But everything is in your mind. And if your mind can see it, it can be real. And it shall be real if your mind can conceptualize it. Watch this video and tell me, and I will take you along with me to see whether everything is imaginary. When I mean imaginary, everything is in your mind. Let's go. Let's look at this one. Look at this imagination. I'm saying to you, nothing is real. Everything is imagination. Remember, I said that everything is imaginary and that nothing is real, right? Oh, sometimes things are difficult to see and understand. And then some person may want to believe that because something is difficult to understand, it means it can't be. But I'm saying to you, imagination is where everything is and not realness. But I'm saying everything is imagination. Remember that. Look carefully at the video. Try to see if I'm right or wrong. Just pause the video for a second because I want you to understand clearly what I'm saying to you. You are looking at what is actually unfolding in your eyes. Your eyes are seeing imagination occurring. And that is what I want to understand. The person has an imagination that will be real. That is something that a number of persons do not seem to understand. It is your imagination that makes things real, not that they are real. Let's continue. What exactly is this person's imagination? And this person's imagination, in terms of act, will be real. Some imagination are spoken. If there's a collective consciousness on a matter, it can be made real. It shall be made real if the collective consciousness wants it to be physical. This world is made up of imaginations. Nothing is real except imagination, which is imagination. Let's continue watching.
I'm Noel Honig,
No.
and I'm the director.
Some person may want to actually believe that, you can actually get things in life without some form of imagination or some form of thing. We'll let this ad play out. All right.
And a designer.
But
I like to animate collages, so
I
I like
want
to
you
work
to
with photographic.
understand what is really going on here in terms of how the imagination is going to work. And with the very Bible that some of us trying to deny is more real than you think it is. Look at this imagination. Remember, all this, as I said before, is nothing is real, everything is imagination.
Last Friday, I used AI to help me write an
I'm
essay.
saying to you, everything, remember, is imagination. All right? You may not be able to see things real, but they're all imagination. Let's let this ad run
It
through.
literally saved me hours, and I aced it.
Wow.
No, currently you do not see exactly what is in the person's imagination, right? So right now it is not real for you. But the person's imagination is real as long as the thought is there in the mind. It's real. All you need to do is to materialize it. And you're going to materialize it either by the mouth or the hand. Let's continue looking at it. Think about what I'm saying. Nothing is real, everything is imaginary. It is that imaginary nature that makes things real through either the mouth or the hand. But everything is imaginary. Are you beginning to see the real of this imagination? Now, sometimes in life, a number of us cannot see things. And because we can't see things, to us is not real. Because your mind's eye is not seeing it, and if it can't see it, it's not real. But does that mean it's fake? Because you're unable to see the next person's imagination. When it is that you say, because I am unable to do things, somebody else is unable to, is that real? Or is that silliness in terms of your imagination? I want you to see this person's imagination. And a number of the things that you're having difficulty with in life is because of your imagination, not because of somebody else's imagination, but your imagination is not seeing it, so it is not real. Does that mean that you're unable to see it is not real? Does that mean if you're unable to see something, it is not factual because your imagination cannot see it? Let's continue. Pause again. I'm saying to you, everything is imaginary and that nothing is real. It is your imagination that will make things real and not that they are real that you can imagine. So, when you want to understand how it is that your thoughts explain who you are and why you are, this is it. It is your thoughts that limit your realness. It is your imagination that destroys you. If you speak it, it is real. Because you are able to command anything and it is done. Because words and the hands materialize the imagination. Words and the hands make things become physical. Words and the hand make things materialize. You are able to command what you want and you get it. Which is the reason While if you think, it materializes to an act, to realness, and therefore you need to guide your thoughts. Speak positive things, because it is by your speech that you're materializing realness. It is by your hands that you're materializing realness. But that everything is imaginary and nothing is real. That's not imaginary. Additionally, not because you're unable to see things, they aren't real. Because it is just that your mind has not begun to get abreast with another person's imagination that is real. Flying a plane in the sky at one point was just an imagination. Many persons did not see it, but it became real when you saw the person's imagination being expressed in by the hand that you saw it. But for you, it was not real. There are many things that are occurring in life today that you do not consider them to be what? To be real. Because you can't see it. In other words, you can't imagine it. And because you're unable to imagine it, you can't see the realness of it. Therefore, your destruction is all in your imagination, and your success is all in your imagination. Let's continue looking at this video, because I want you to sort of see how the final product is going to come out, just because somebody's what? Imagination. A simple imagination materializes a whole lot of stuff. Let's see the person's final imagination. What I want to show you is finally what you could not imagine. Here, look, here's it. You know, see it? Now, I want to stop this video here and actually speak to you. And I'm saying to you that do not let your lack of imagination materialize on you. If you want to be the greatest, if you think that you're no one, it's going to materialize, because it is your imagination that allows things to be real, not that they are real. Imagine that you are the best bus driver and it will happen. Imagine that you are wealthy and it will happen. Imagine that you are the best of the best and it will happen. When you imagine and speak, it materializes. That's what the Bible was saying to you. God used clay to make man. When you imagine and use your hands, it materializes to realness. When you imagine and speak, let there be, it was. So I am saying to you, it is your spoken words through your imagination that make things appear. It is your hand through your imagination that make things appear. But that nothing is real, and that everything is real through your imagination. If you believe it, so shall it be. If you do it with your hand, so shall it be. So why are you sitting down and are letting somebody else tell you what your realness is? They see you as nobody, so you can't do it. There are some persons who will say, I can't publish 10 papers, you have to steal from students, because that is your imagination. Paul Bones' imagination is that I can publish 100 papers for the year because it is all in my head. And when it is in my head and I speak it, it happens. And when I put my hand to it, it materializes. It is when I have done it, you see it. Your imagination is destroying you. It is your imagination that you want to subscribe to me. And I'm saying, I don't have your imagination. And for those persons who are listening to me, I'm saying, imagine the stars, imagine the sky, imagine anything you want to do, imagine anything you want to be, and it so shall be. It is your imagination that make things real, and not what people say is real. Your imagination does things. Look at the concept that started here, just an individual's imagination, that he could make a desk with this. And how all of that came together. Everything is real that exists in your imagination. And nothing is real that is not seen by your imagination. Let your imagination see things, and it will be real in a short time. Remember, everything is imagination. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel as I continue to provide you with trusted information for you to use to make a decision. What are your views? Let me hear your thoughts. Do not be limited by your imagination. It is your imagination that constricts you to where you are and where you're going to be, not somebody else's imagination. And if the collective imagination sees it, it will materialize. Let me remind you, everything is in the imagination. And nothing is real that is not in the imagination.